Salah, Van Dijk, Konate, they are not the ones responsible for these shambles of the beginning of the season. If there is someone responsible for this, it's Arne Slot. So in this video, I'm going to show you why he is the one responsible, and I'm going to give you also a solution to fix this Liverpool team by the end of the video. Because what we're seeing this season, it's not a blip, it's not bad luck, it's a manager who is completely out of his depth. So let's get into it. From the very start of the season, Arne Slot has shown that he doesn't have what it takes to manage Liverpool Football Club, and I'm going to prove it in this video. Let's talk about the tactics, or actually the lack of tactics. Whether teams sit off or press high, Slot doesn't have answers. We play the exact same way every single game, and when it doesn't work out, nothing changes. For example, in this beginning of the season, our XG is 1.69 and our XG of goals we concede is around 1.11. Do you understand what that means? We barely create better chances than we concede. That is not Liverpool standard. That's a middle team mediocrity statistics, and there is no adjustment, there is no solution. There is the same problems repeating themselves week in and week out. But here's where it gets even worse. We lost Trent to Real Madrid this summer, right? That's a massive creative loss. What did Slot do about it? Nothing so far. Konate can't execute precise passes under pressure. Opponents shut down Gravenberch and forcing Konate to play difficult passes, but we have really no pressing schemas, zero structure in our build-up play. We're lumping it forward and hoping someone does something magical. For me, that's not coaching, that's just FIFA on amateur mode. Here's where it gets even worse. His gaming decision, his decision makings are really catastrophic. For example, let's talk about Chiesa. Chiesa has been our best player since the start of the season. He's our most informed attacker, maybe after Hugo Ekitike. He's creating chances, making runs, looking dangerous. So he's always decisive. But what does Slot do? Always benches him. Is it for someone better? Is it for a tactical reason? No, it's just random rotation with no logic behind. And do you know what that tells me? Slot doesn't know his best 11 yet. He doesn't know who's performing. It's like he's just throwing darts at a board and hoping something sticks. Here's also a next point I wanted to talk about. People are blaming the players, not blaming the coach. I don't think the problem is the players. The problem is the system. I've seen people blame Wirtz. I've seen some people blame Kerkez. I've seen people saying, oh, our signings aren't good enough. You have to stop it. These players aren't the problem. They're playing in a team with no tactics. How are they supposed to perform in a team with no clear direction? Let me give you a perfect example. Kerkez. Kerkez was brought in this summer as maybe the future long-term replacement of Andy Robertson. He's a talented player, right? You all agree that Kerkez has a bit of talent. Now watch Kerkez. I don't even want to bring his Bournemouth performances last season. Just watch Kerkez play for Hungary this season. He's dynamic. He's attacking, he's making overlapping runs, he's creating chances, he's dominating his flank. Now watch Kerkez at Liverpool under Slot. He looks lost, confused, like he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. Is that Kerkez's fault, or is the manager who has no idea how to utilize him? Same with Wirtz. People are saying, oh, Wirtz doesn't work hard enough off the ball. He's disrupted the balance by getting forward too quickly, but that's not Wirtz's fault. That's what he does. He's a creative midfielder. He's a number 10. If Slot can build a system that accommodates his strength, then that's on Slot. That's not Wirtz. You don't buy a Ferrari and then complain that it goes too fast. No, you build a system that maximizes what it can do. Slot has had all these players come in: Kerkez, Wirtz, Ekitike, Isaac, Kimpong, and he's just threw them there, but without any tactical plan. There is a tactical void, and there is no plan, there is no structure, he doesn't have any idea how to use them. So the real problem for me is that there is no plan, there is no flexibility, there is no solution. And here's even the bottom line: Slot is struggling against both high pressing and low blocks. That just tells me that he doesn't have any system for any solutions. Against Manchester United, that put hit the woodwork 3 times, but did we really create any more chances than that? For me, one of the main problems is that we're creating half chances. We're not creating clear opportunities. That's why we can't even score goals. Since the beginning of the season, we're averaging around 4.67 shots on target per match. For me, I think that's pathetic for a team that has Salah, Wirtz, Ekitike, Garfo, Isaac. Like, we're not really dangerous. Now, some of you will tell me, yeah, but last league he won us the league. We won the Premier League after so many years. The first time with a full Anfield. Yeah, we won the Premier League, but with Klopp squad. Let me explain you something. Last season, Slot inherited a perfect team, players who knew how to win, a system that was already in place. All he had to do was not mess it up. And honestly, for me, the more I remember last season, the more that I realized that the players carried him, not the other way around. Think about it. What did Slot actually change last season? There was really nothing, just maybe minor tweaks, but the core was still Klopp's work, Klopp's mentality, Klopp squad. Everything was built by Klopp. This team was set up just to win something, just little, But this season exposes everything, because now that he's made changes, he's lost strength. He's adding Florian Wirtz without really a proper plan, and it's all falling apart. And that proves my point. Last season, it wasn't Slot being a genius. He was just Slot riding on Klopp's wave. He was a passenger, not the driver. This season, this is what happens when Slot is actually in charge. 4 straight losses, no tactics, no plan, just pure chaos. Alright, if you're still watching this video now and you haven't already insulted me, so how can you say a manager has to go after just 4 games? So if you have arrived till here, you know that the only solution is to part with Slot. We know that Slot has to go, but the question is who replaces him? And I'm not going to give you like just pipe dreams. I'm not going to say you, let's get Xabi Alonso when he just joined Real Madrid, or I've seen let's go get Zidane. He knows how to manage big teams, but we all know that he's waiting for that France national team job. So I'm going to give you one name, one realistic solution that makes sense for everyone, and I'm talking about Andoni Iraola. Listen to what this man has done at Bournemouth so far. Last season, excellent season. They've had the best finish they've had in a Premier League season in their history. But this season, let's concentrate on what he's doing. They are currently 4th in the Premier League. 4th. Let that second. Bournemouth, a team that we were thinking, okay, they'll maybe battle for the middle table spots. They would maybe try to push maybe for a conference league, but no, they're playing literally the Champions League, And for me, it's not even the result they have, how his team is arranged. His team is the best high-pressing team in the Premier League. They lead in all the pressing metrics, and they also have the highest recoveries. They're also the most successful ball winners in every part of the pitch, not just up top, not in the middle, but everywhere. And let me tell you why I think he would be a perfect fit for us. I think the first thing when you look at the manager, it's also his style. People call his style at Bournemouth rock and roll football, intense, chaotic, and always attacking at speed. If that sounds familiar, that was the team that Klopp built before. That's how we're supposed to be. Andoni Iraola is also a counter-pressing expert, the same philosophy that made us champions, the same identity that made team fear to coming to Anfield. Iraola would bring us back. He's also, one thing I've noticed about Andoni Iraola is that, and it's something crucial, he overachieved with limited resources. Bournemouth lost their 3 best defenders this summer: Huijsen, Zabarni, and Kerkez. Players that other clubs spent big money on, And what did Iraola do? He made Bournemouth even better. Think about that. He lost his best players and still has them 4th in the league. Now imagine what you could do with players at Liverpool. Imagine players like Van Dijk, like Wirtz, like Ekitike, like Garpo, like Chiesa. If they are being properly coached with the resources FG can give him, I think wouldn't just even compete, would dominate. And here's what separates Iraola from Slot. He actually has tactics. That's something important when looking at a manager. His team capitalizes on 2v1 situations on the wing and in half spaces. His number 8 makes runs in behind forcing fullback to follow, which opens space for wingers. And he uses a 4-2-3-1 formation consistently, but when they're hunting for turnovers, central midfielders push up from the front and defenders push high inside the opposition half. He has a clear tactical identity based on incredible effort levels both in and both out of possession. Remember when I talked about Kerkez lost at Liverpool? Kerkez was at Bournemouth last season under the new Raiola. He was one of their best players, and now at Liverpool he's looking confused. For me, that's not the player, that's the coaching. And finally, Raiola is tactical flexible. He adapts. Players fight for him. Raiola takes immense satisfaction from seeing Bournemouth top among Premier League clubs for distance covered this season. He's built a team identified based on outworking everyone. That's what Liverpool needs, not some passive manager who is just getting dominated. Someone who demands more, someone who gets players running through the walls. So here's the thing. Antonio Raiola's name will probably come up to the next big Premier League or La Liga side looking for a manager, and I respect him as a coach. I don't think he's going to abandon Bournemouth mid-season. He's got too much class for that. He'll want to finish what he started at Bournemouth. So here's the plan I would suggest. Sack Slot now. Don't give him 4 games. Don't give him till January. Don't keep wasting this Liverpool team, because for me the first thing to do, I think, is to sack Slot. We've understood that he doesn't really know what to do with this Liverpool team. He doesn't know his best 11. He doesn't know the players performing. And he has no ideas or tactics how to make this Liverpool team. So for me, keep going with him, giving him more time, giving him more games. For me, it's not worth it.
Big disappointment, and I said it just a second ago. In the end, when things go well, things don't go well. It's in the end, it's always my responsibility.
If I would have been seeing something, I would say, okay, let's keep going with Slot. I don't care that we're losing 20-0, but if we would be seeing something, but there is nothing that we can see. So for me, the first thing, you stop the bleeding, you go and sack Slot, and then you won't get Antonio Raiola mid-season. And it's not a great thing to bring in a manager mid-season. So bring CVG as an interim coach. I don't forget that he's won Rangers their first league titles in 10 years and going unbeaten. The players will fight for him, and he is the type of person that the player will fight and will respect, So we don't want him to win the league. Just bring him, stabilize things, and make us competitive till next summer. And then next summer, you go all in for Antonio Raiola. You give him a proper preseason. You give him that team, and you let him build a clear plan and a clear way of how to play football, I mean, that's how would be the plan. For me, I don't think this is a game, but this isn't a risk. Raiola has proven that he can build a high-pressing system, develop players, overachieve with limited resources, win a tactical battles against a top team, and also has a clear identity. He's done it with Rayo Vallecano in Spain. He's doing it with Bournemouth. I think with Liverpool's resources, with our history, with our fan base behind him, he'd bring us top, and I think it's guaranteed. So guys, that's the end of the video. Do you think I'm harsh on Arne Slot? What do you think would be the best solution? Because really, I think it's time to just cut the losses now and move on to other things. What do you think let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to just smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.